Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. In the last episode, we're pretty much finished with Peanut Park, so we have to go and make our exits from the park itself, and we'll just have to come back another day for some more fun. In this episode, we're going to go to the next area of Isle Delfino, and the next one, contrary to what it was, what was showing for a lot of times, you know, there was that line of that one spot there. It's actually not the next area after Peanut Park. The actual next area, what we need to do first is that we need to get Yoshi, and so, yeah, in this case, you know, I had to feed him coconut. So, basically where the next area is, it's actually, it's in a warp pipe, but it's blocked out by a giant pineapple, so this is actually what we need Yoshi for, is that we need to go onto the rooftops and over to that warp pipe with that giant pineapple. And yes, Yoshi can actually still eat the giant pineapple despite its sheer size, and there we go. Alright, so let's go right into the warp pipe, and then in we go. And then we shall see what's the next place to go to. The next area is Sirena Beach. Episode 1, the Manta Storm. Now, I gotta say though, I love how this level looks. Look at this right here. Oh god, look, it's so gorgeous. The sunset and all the shades around there, the hues and all that. You can also see Peanut Park right there. You see it shaded. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. I love how it looks so much. Oh, it's beautiful. That's something the GameCube can really handle. They do such a good job with this. Unfortunately, though, we won't get to spend as much time outside because a lot of it's going to be inside, so let's talk to you here.
Oh, please tell me my nightmare is over. You could save me. I don't know why, but you just look very capable to me. Listen, it all started around noon. This giant manta-shaped thing showed up. It was this paper-thin, floating silhouette. It came and covered the hotel grounds in this electric goop. Then, oh, the horror. My beautiful hotel. My poor building. It sank in the middle of that awful ooze. Why me? Why? Now I've got to stop cleaning up, but where's my hotel? What am I supposed to do? I can't just sit back in. Ah! It's back! That gossamer ghoul! Do something!
Oh, okay, that's creepy. Holy shit, that's actually what Big Man used to look like. This is actually where they brought back in Splatoon 3, and because when we lived the good old days. This is his origin. Yep, that was the origin of Big Man from Deep Cut. Okay, but anyways, no. This is Phantom Manta. So, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go and say right now. Fuck this boss! Holy shit! Okay, so let me just get this out of the way here. So you can see here that they know the Phantom Manta itself is electronic. It's all like, you know, silhouettes of the manta rays here. So the whole object of this is that you have to basically squirt the whole things with water, and then each time you do so, then he'll split into copies, and then the more copies he has, then the less HP there is. There's kind of snowballs like that. And so squirting with water is basically its weakness. Now, you have two obstacles in this one. These mantas themselves and the godforsaken electric goop. Because, yeah, you can see here that there's actually a different kind of goop. They are electrical, though. So if you actually stand on top of it, then you'll get shocked and also stun locked. And, you know, see, like that right there. So you do what you be careful, though. But here's another thing, though. These little manta ray silhouettes, whenever you touch it, Mario will start flinging back. Not only does it damage him, but he will fling all over the place, and chances are you actually could go into that electrified goop. And my god! Guys, this whole fucking fight took me 4 attempts for this. Well, 4 attempts. Yeah, this is my fourth attempt right here. And I died not 1, not 2, but 3 times on that goddamn boss. Oh my god! Because of the fact that, you know, I would try to go over them, and on that very last phase, once I get to the tinier manta rays, then they will actually turn red, and they will all go after Mario. So that's one thing you want to watch out for. One strategy you actually can go about it for is that if you actually rotate the analog stick and then lightly press on the R button, then Mario will actually start squirting on a wider radius. I think you've probably seen that before. Yeah, see, like that right there. It's kind of use a sprinkler motion here. But you want to watch out for your water tank. I mean, there's water around here, thankfully. And despite the fact that the manta rays the silhouettes are weakened by Mario's water or by flood, they can actually still thrive on the surrounding water itself. That's what you want to watch out for. At least there's coins over there. But holy shit! You have to be careful with how you deal with the manta rays, because there will be a lot of times where you could accidentally touch them, even though you don't really mean to. And even like when you're so close to them, because of fucking hitbox is a little wonky. And chances are Mario will actually go fling all over, and then he'll, you know, even when they're so close together, and he will go right on the goop. And that's what happened to me so many goddamn times. Holy shit, look at that right here. I almost got electrocuted. In fact, that actually happened to me a lot of times. And I took so many attempts for this right here. Oh my god, this fucking boss fight. Yeah, so overall, fuck this boss. I made so many I made so many attempts for this one here. Because if you keep getting flung over right here, you will die a lot of times. Because of the fact that Mario gets flung all over, and I try to get back control, but Mario just wants to go right back over the goo, but I keep losing control of him right here. And that's where this fucking boss fight drove me insane, stressed me out so much. I almost lost my insanity because of it. I just couldn't take it anymore. Look at that right here. I'm losing my health slowly here. I mean, this is actually my latest attempt, thankfully, so therefore I actually managed to win at this one. But this fucking boss could go fuck itself because of the fact that I made so many attempts for this one and how it keeps killing me by having me get flung all over the place and getting electrocuted in the process and losing so much more health when I'm trying to avoid everything around it. But it's, oh my god, fuck this boss, just fuck it all. So that's all I had to say. So that's kind of like, you know, more of my incoherent rights I had to say right here. But there you go. There's your shine sprite. So my god, that was the most stressful. And some of you guys might be a little better at this than I am, though. I mean, some of you might say that that's definitely a skill issue of mine. Well, I sure fucking don't think so because I try to get back control so much here, no matter how, you know, how I'm playing to the best of my ability, and I'm still losing control for all this here. So overall, fuck this boss. But we're done, so yeah, that's our shine sprite here. So next episode is Hotel Lobby Secrets. So anyway, I just gotta... Sorry, let me just go calm my nerves just a little bit right here. But you know, there's actually more about this goddamn game just going forward here. So okay, take a deep breath. Whew. All right, there we go.
Hey, it's Mario, right? Yeah, Mario. Listen, I have a feeling you can help me out again. See, the hotel, it's full of ghosts. So, well, could you maybe... Look, just come inside, please. I can tell you're a miracle worker. Don't be so modest.
So, ghosts, you say? Yeah, of course. Ghosts again? I just got done with Luigi's Mansion. It's kind of funny because we actually do have another later installment for Luigi's Mansion, who actually does take place at a hotel. Am I right? Anyway, so returning enemies here. These are the Boo Buddies. I mean, everybody knows about them. As you can see here, for the way they look, those boos here in this game look so fucking stoned as shit. And Lord knows how much weed they smoke.
Oh, I see you're gonna get so much of the weed there. You look so stoned there. I've seen a lot of boos worse than this. Oh, can't wait till Luigi would see this. Oh, he's missing out. Too bad I didn't take him with me on my vacation.
Alright, so you can actually see the two variants here, the regular white boos and also the pink boos. The pink boos will actually turn to platforms if you spray them with water. You can also ground pound them, just like before in Mario 64. Where we need to go is that little statue here that, well, it doesn't quite look like a boo. Kind of looks more like Kirby. But if we go in there, yep, we have another secret course, because it actually does say secret in the name here. But yeah, Sirena Beach or Hotel Delfino is probably the closest thing we would have to a haunted level. So I mean, there's actually some variances for that there too. So, but yeah, here's another secret course for us, and this is actually where we first. Well, we're actually getting pretty close to these guys here. Yeah, the Strolling Stews. Yeah, they're basically the replacement Goombas. Only these guys don't really produce any coins for some reason. There's also the variants here, these Flying Stews right here. Those you can actually get across as platforms, and it looks very risky, and I get pretty nervous here, though, but what you do is that, you know, whenever you jump on them, you might want to make sure to hold the A button, though, just in case. I mean, you know, I know there's other Mario games, like especially the 2D Mario games, where pressing and holding the A button will give Mario higher boosts of a jump. So that's why I would probably advise you to do the same in this game too, if you're going across them. But yeah, that's what you gotta do. I mean, you know, people say that it's nerve-wracking though, but it's not really a first for the Mario series. I mean, they're known to do that quite a lot of times. Well, I mean, you know, the classic Mario Brothers game, or the classic Super Mario Brothers games do that. But although some people say that the lost levels would actually do the same in the worst fucking manner possible, because fuck that game. And this rotating platform, you want to be careful with this one because, yeah, because you want to make sure to just jump right then and there because whenever the whenever the platform gets a little more slanted, Mario will immediately start sliding down. With you'll immediately almost lose control when Mario starts to slide out. So you do want to be careful. And also some more sand blocks. And of course, they just had to go and put an enemy right by the Shine Sprite. Why would you do that, Nintendo? Why would you put an enemy at the end? Are you... What, are you just actually... Oh, maybe... oh, we're thinking of Lost Levels here. Let's go Lost Levels this shit and put an enemy right here. You know, guys, you really need to move on from that. Because that was probably one of your worst takes on Mario. Not gonna lie. So, yeah, you need to stop with that. Alright, so episode 3, The Mysterious Hotel Delfino. So, this mission right here... Oh, God. That... Well... Actually, I don't even bother with that one, though, because, there is actually a short way. So, anyway, so the Mysterious Hotel Delfino, this is, without doubt, the longest, and, well, maybe one of the longest missions in, well, maybe not just in the game, though, but at least in this level here.
Ah, dear Mario, please come right in. Do I sense some reluctance? Come now, don't dawdle.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, a lot of the missions that are taking place are inside the hotel itself. So, anyway, so the whole gist of the mission itself is that we have to go through the entirety of the hotel. We have to go through many rooms and through a lot of the secrets that are very hard to actually get through, and nobody can ever figure this out. It's actually one of the longest and most frustrating aspects of this level here, because you're basically just going all over the place, and you have to go through a series of rooms and a series of floors. To go through some secrets that that this game doesn't even provide any hints whatsoever for this. So you would actually need a guide for this. And it's all just so that way there you can actually get to the correct route to get to Yoshi. And then you have to go all the way up to the attic to actually get to where that Shine Sprite is. You have to find exactly where you need to get that Shine Sprite, but again, it doesn't provide a hint. However, there is actually a much faster way to do this. So this is actually what I'm doing now because, God forbid, I don't feel like having to go through this these long series of rooms, because I was already stressed out when I was recording this. Yeah, I'm not even kidding, folks. But yeah, what you do is that you just make sure you go onto one of the fruits, probably the bananas though. And then while you're grabbing onto them, then if you actually press on the R button, then Mario will actually start to well, kind of jumps a little high. But you have to make sure that if you press the B button, then Mario would go and get a little extra height right there. It did take me a few attempts because I tried to go for some of the button maneuvers, but it wasn't really working right, so I had to... I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I actually managed to make it all the way through, so... But yeah, that was actually the fastest way to go through, because, like I said, when I was recording this, I was so fucking stressed. Because of the goddamn Phantom Manta boss fight. And so because of that... I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't really feel like having to go through the long way to get to that Shine Sprite. So I decided to just go for the faster and easier method to do that. So that's what you do. But yeah, the whole gist of it is just, going all over the hotel, just get to Yoshi, and then go up to the attic, and then and then just drop down to the indoor pool. And that's how you get the Shine Sprite. So that's actually the legitimate way, but again, it's the longest one, and it's the most frustrating because the game, it doesn't provide you any hints whatsoever to where some of the areas are, and you have to basically you have to second guess yourself. And so people who actually were unable to use this as a guide or use any guides for this, they took a long time for this, and it was definitely the most frustrating. That's where a lot of people rage quit or just outright skip that mission altogether. So yeah, it's just long to drag so much. And besides, when we go back to Sirena Beach for the blue coins, we're gonna be exploring all over the hotel anyway. So we're pretty much already gonna see what's up there anyway. So yeah, you're still gonna see it anyway. So all right, so this mission here is the secret of the casino. So yeah, this is actually where we have the casino in this hotel, and probably the only instance of just well, one of the few instances of seeing Mario as a casino. Yeah, just, I mean, trying to follow Sonic's example of having casino levels. So for this mission here, you'll see these slot reels, and what you want to do is that you want to make sure they all line up to 7s. That way they're, if you get them on both times, one will actually have you, will be able to squirt them to actually get the 7s manually. But for the other one, you have to be lucky enough for the 7s here. Once that's done, then you'll see these question mark panels here, and then you want to make sure to square each tile until you see the other side of the panel for where it'll show the picture of the Shine Sprite. It's luck based though, because it feels like, you know, quite a lot of RNG going through this here because like, you know, apparently these panels are very sensitive to the water, and even though you're not really squirting with flood, like they'll start trickling down, they'll still just they'll still flip over anyway. And so yeah, you have to keep on squirting them very carefully too until you see the other side of the portrait of the shine sprite itself. So yeah, it's gonna take a while though. I mean, it didn't take too long for me though, but you gotta remember this, folks. Even though you see the shine sprite here, that does not mean a shine sprite will immediately pop up, because you know, if you actually look closely on the episode title, it has the word secret in it. Remember, guys, whenever any episode title has the word secret in it, that always means, yep, you guessed it, a secret course. So that means that we're gonna be going to a secret course. And you know, part of me wasn't really paying attention at first, where I thought I was going to get the shine sprite the way it was showing, though. But nope, just falling for the old classic bait and switch here, where it was just a secret course, and I was like, God damn it. And yeah, you probably noticed in my commentary is you know, a little more sturdy. That's only, I think it's actually because of how much you know, how much I ran about that the Phantom Manta boss fight. But yeah, we're done with that anyway, so you know, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's see here. So, yeah, another things I actually do want to talk about here. You know, I think a lot of people already made this here. You know, we're in a hotel, and I guess I could actually make a Hotel Mario joke. Like, you know, nice of the Piantas to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Flood? I hope they made lots of spaghetti. Okay, yeah, there you go. There's my Hotel Mario joke for you there. But yeah, like I was saying, though, yeah, we actually still get to see this gorgeous sunset over there. And like I said, I love how Sirena Beach looks, you know, the whole beach side, because the whole sunset right here. It's just too bad that a lot of our times we're going to be inside the hotel. And, you know, aside from how frustrating, also especially how long these missions are, and these, like, the missions tend to be a drag inside the hotel, I will say, though, that, you know, going in the hotel itself, it actually feels very weird. Like, you know, like I said, the hotel is actually the closest thing we have to a spooky level because of the appearance of the booze, and so because of that, you know, they actually had to make it like pretty bizarre in a way. You know, the way the hotel is, it actually sounds, you know, it actually sounds trippy. And it actually makes more sense too because of the way the booze look. Like I said, the booze looks so fucking stoned in that game. Like the way they look, they look so high as shit. So I'd say the music actually fits very well for them because of how, you know, trippy it sounds. So. But yeah, there's actually more to talk about, though. I mean, I know we're getting to the end of the video, but we're actually going to go back to that casino for a certain boss fight, and so there is actually a few more things I want to talk about, you know, for some casino experiences, but not now, though, because we're pretty much getting close to the end of the video, so there'll be more to talk about for my kind of experiences, but yeah, yeah, aside from how much of a drag the missions tend to be in Sirena Beach, you know, it's definitely one of the more interesting levels, and, you know, and the hotel itself actually looks pretty nice. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely one of those weird ones, because, you know, because of how bizarre it seems, and, you know, you know, the way, I don't know, the enemies actually look so bizarre in this game, like, even returning ones, you know, it just gave the booze this, you know, some kind of a stoned look, I gotta say, so, I don't know, Sunshine's weird like that, so. Anyway, so next time on Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, we're going to go back to Sirena Beach, do the other half of the missions, and, you know, and do more, explore more of the hotel. So, until then, I'll see you guys later.